Hi. For all of you following my most recent part of my weight loss surgery journey that involves alcohol abuse, um, this is day 5. Um, Today has been an extremely difficult day, very emotional. Um, Yesterday, I can't remember if I posted um about calling my doctor's office, but I called them yesterday around 4:20. I never heard anything back from them. Um, I tried to make an appointment and they were booked, and they wouldn't let me see any of the other doctors in the clinic. Um, Even though I've done so before because I haven't been there for 18 months since I haven't been sick. So, um, I called them back today when I woke up at 2:30 in the afternoon. Um, I went to bed at 6 because I was Skyping with Soft Kitty Boy and anyway, so I woke up at 2:30. Still groggy, but shaky, very shaky and anxious. And I knew I only had one pill left because I never woke up um, early in the morning to take my fourth dose. So I had three left over for Thursday, yesterday. And then I only had one for today. And I knew, I mean, you just know yourself. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to get through the weekend without stuff. So I called the doctor's office back. She said that she'll talk to my doctor, but she didn't think it'd be a problem, even though he doesn't really prescribe Librium at all. So she called me back like in maybe 2 hours later and said that she was sorry that he couldn't call me anything in since he hasn't seen me in 18 months. And even though my appointment is on Monday, she didn't think that he could do anything for me anyway. The whole reason for me to go see my usual physician is to get the rest of the drugs to wean me off of alcohol and help all of these withdrawal symptoms. Um, Not as a cure, not as a replacement, but for help. Um, so I was at a loss of what to do. I didn't know what to do, and I knew that I would go to the store this weekend and get alcohol because I was still shaken. I'm still anxious. Even though I don't really want it, it crosses my mind maybe twice a day, usually when I would be drinking heavily. Just because that's been the habit for the past year. I honestly, I can say I don't want it. Mentally, I don't want it. My body wants it though. Um, so I decided to go back to the ER. I didn't know what to do. Uh, the nurse that took all of my information, she was very rude, very abrupt. She kept on throwing the term alcoholic around. Um, and maybe that's what I am since, I've been drinking almost every night and just recently very heavily. I prefer alcohol abuse, but that's just me. Um, but she was very rude and condescending. Um, the doctor, turns out he was a surgeon. He told me that pretty much that there's nothing else that they could do for me. He's going to prescribe me enough to get through the weekend until I can see my doctor on Monday. But other than that, there's really nothing he could do for me. And I tried to tell him, I'm like, well, I work at a mental health place and I can go to group and everything like that. And once I get over this hump, I know I can do it myself. He wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. He was very rude. And he pretty much said that I needed to check myself into an inpatient facility. Um, to be quite honest, I know I'm not that bad. Um, I mean, because I can get support at group at my job, on here online, talking about it. Um, it's not like, I don't know. I don't know. He just made me feel like the lowest of low. The people there Sunday, they were so awesome. And today it was like the complete opposite. I felt like crap because I needed help. And the only reason why I was there was because my doctor couldn't and wouldn't help me. Um, and obviously they thought I would need extended help because they told me to go to him at the end of the week. So I told, and he's like, this is not a cure. It's not gonna replace alcohol. You're just replacing one for the other. And I try to tell him, I don't want to be on these drugs forever. I just want to get over this hump so I can get rid of the shakes, get rid of the anxiety, get rid of wanting alcohol, and work on getting my life back. He wouldn't even let me get a word in edgewise. So he went out to write the prescription. Then he came back in and he said, even if you go see your doctor Monday, he probably won't take this case. And I'm like, well, I don't want to see him because of my alcohol problem. I was just going to go to him because y'all referred me to him and told me that I needed to go to him for a follow up. And while I was there, I was going to talk about being on some anti anxiety medications for about 2 months to get my head in order. He wouldn't even let me say that. He's just like, you need to check yourself into a inpatient facility. Personally, I think I'm doing fine at home. I'm trying to stay busy. The only thing that bothers me are the shakes, the anxiety, um, hearing people talking in different rooms and footsteps. I mean, they're auditory hallucinations. I know they're not real, but I know they're also a side effect of withdrawal. And with that, if it's that bad, I can have a seizure. That is the only reason why I went to go get help because I'm so scared, of dying. And he was just brushing it off. So, I mean, I felt like he was, I don't know, like as soon as he left the room, I was just like, fuck it. I just really want to go and just drink because it's better than this. It's better than going here and people making me feel like, I don't know, a horrible person when all I'm trying to do is help and there are medications to help this. I'm not trying to rely on those medications. I just need them to get me over this hump, and just in the past few days, I have seen um, myself grow. I see myself getting back to who I am. And for me to go there again, needing help, just because my normal doctor wouldn't help me, they made me feel absolutely awful. Um, but he wrote me a prescription until Monday, but he said that, my doctor probably wouldn't help me anyway. So I just needed to go to an inpatient facility. So, I kind of want to cry. I'm really pissed off. Um, Now, since he said that, it makes me think that I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. And, after these drugs are over, I'll probably be going back and drinking. But you know what? I don't want to do that. I'm over that. But, and he told me, he's like, you might as well just go to the store this weekend and get some alcohol before you go see your doctor. And even then, he probably won't help you. What kind of doctor says that? So, I mean, I don't know. I'm still determined to beat this. And I know that this is just a roadblock because, like every day it's been steadily getting better. And, but I knew this weekend, I knew without a shadow of a doubt, I could not do it without help from these drugs that are meant to help. And so yeah, I feel really, really bad right now. Um, I have this friend that I talk to pretty much every day, and he pretty much told me, and I will uh, tell you verbatim what he initially said. I told him that I was heading to the ER because my doctor couldn't see me, and I was supposed to get more meds from him to last me and get me over this hump. And he says, you need to face it, Nicole. I know all that stuff helps, but it's not a cure. I know it's not a cure. It's meant to help. You need to stay active and keep yourself busy. I know it's going to suck, but your body will flush it out. That's what it's doing right now, and that's why I'm having these withdrawals. My body is used to having alcohol, and that's why this is happening. Apparently, this guy doesn't know that people can die from withdrawals, have seizures, hallucinations, which I've been having. Um, and, I just told him, I'm like, I need support right now. I don't need this bullshit. And he's just like, oh, it'll be okay. Just breathe and relax. You're not alone and you're not going to die. I might die. That's why I went to get help, you know? And he's like, try to focus and maintain clear thoughts. I know it's not easy. And I'm not saying don't go to the ER. And, I told him, I'm like, it's not just anxiety, it's possible seizures, it's possible death. You need to read up on it. And, I mean, that too, coupled with that awful doctor and the bitchy nurse, just made me feel worthless, I guess. And, you know, all I want is help through this. I can't do it alone. I'm not strong enough right now. Once I get over this hump, I know I'll be strong enough to resist it. But once I walked out of that ER, I wanted to go and get a big bottle of wine and just say fuck it. But I didn't because now I have two hospital bracelets on my wrist. So, yeah, that's been my day. I'll probably sit around and cry for a while. I don't know. That's what I want to do right now. But I know it probably won't help anything, and I just need to focus on relaxing and stuff like that. Um, the medication helps. Like, 30 minutes after I take it, I immediately start feeling better. I'm supposed to take it every 6 hours, but like around the fourth hour, it starts wearing off, and I'm pretty sure it's due to my intestinal malabsorption. But I always wait until the 6th hour to take my second dose because I really don't know what it would do to me if I took it early. So I don't want to chance that. Um, so yeah, and I tried to tell them at the hospital, and they just didn't want to listen to me. I don't know. I was really appalled, especially after the great treatment I got Sunday. But anyway, that's what happened today. Um, it's 8:40 right now. I haven't been up very long, but I'll probably stay up a lot of the night, and I don't know. I really don't know. I feel, before I felt really happy and hopeful, and now I feel like I've gotten a huge setback. Um, Especially since the need to drink after I left the emergency room was so strong. It was so strong. It took all I had not to turn down the road and go get wine where I normally get it. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow it'll be better. I am probably gonna go see um, Soft Kitty Boy tomorrow, and I know he'll help me feel a lot better. But I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.